Consolidation activity. The poster that I created encompasses different aspects that shape my personality. Let's start by describing why the US flag and its political system. I have lived in the United States for the past 14 years and only came back to Colombia to be able to pursue my master's degree on risk management. The political system in the United States is called democracy. This political system has its foundation in the Gettysburg Address, written by Abraham Lincoln on November 19, 1863, at the end of the Civil War in the U.S. Within this speech, it is important to highlight some of the statements of President Lincoln in his speech. First is that there shouldn't be any more conflicts within the U.S. Second is that everything should be revolved around the union of the states. Last but not least is that all decisions should be made to the people, for the people, and by the people. The traditional political parties in the United States are also represented in my college. They are the Democrats represented by a donkey and the Republicans represented by an elephant. There are also minority parties that also play a very important role within the democracy process. As you can see, the book that has influenced me the most is The Art of War by Sun Tzu, written 500 years before Christ. The reason why this book has influenced my life is because even though the title includes the word war, it also has to do with strategies in different fields like economy. It's the bedside book of many important people around the world, like Donald Trump, who used this book to lead his companies and, of course, nowadays, the United States. When it comes to movies, as you can see represented in my collage, you can see that I really like comedies and horror movies. But there is also a movie that I love it, and it's called We Were Soldiers. The movie teaches how leadership plays a fundamental job in the battlefield, referring to the battlefield not only at war, but it can be also an economic, social, or political field. The teaching of this movie is that the leader is always who is going to take the first step and the last one to get out of any difficult situation. When it comes to books of my interest, at this time, since I'm doing my master's degree on risk management, are the ones related to this topic, of course. It's exciting to see how people who don't know about this topic make huge mistakes in the classification of events or natural phenomena and are confused with terms like hazard and risk. Currently, the books that I'm reading that have to do with resilience, with economic impact, with the environment are the ones that have all my attention and interest. When it comes to my profession and why and how did I choose it and how I feel about it and my future, well, after living in the United States around the 14 years, I found two different passions. One is teaching English to inmates, that's the reason for the language school shield, and the other one has to do with my love for studying. Considering that the only university in Colombia that offers the master's degree in risk management is the Military Engineer School, I decided to take this program to improve all my professional skills and be able to apply my knowledge back in the United States. Thank you very much.